So I am super excited about this live where we're going to be talking about writing a new story. And I think that, you know, the first step is like what we said is like, truth be told, you know, we're going to be honest with ourselves and we're going to be honest with the fact that something is holding us back from where we want to go. You know, something is, you know, we're either telling ourselves something, we either lack the confidence that we need, but we're not going to stay there. And so that's what part of this video is about, is like, truth be told, I'm reading it right now. It says, I'm holding myself back because blank, you can fill in the blank for whatever, you know, and it can honestly change from season to season. Like, truth be told, I'm holding myself back because I'm believing that I'm too busy right now to do this. But then, you know, I see other people who are busier than me who are still growing their business, are still doing self-development. So obviously that is not the truth. You know, like there's a way that I could rewrite what I'm telling myself and actually find time to do this. And so find time to improve myself, find time to, you know, grow my business, inspire others, make a difference. And so anyways, it's the story that you tell yourself is what you're actually going to believe. And so first off, we wrote out our belief. What we believe is holding ourselves back. If you don't know me, I'm Angela. Before I got started, I had a lot of doubts and fears about, you know, could somebody like me be successful in a business like this? Could I do network marketing as an introvert? How many of you guys are introverts? Could I do network marketing as, you know, a busy stay-at-home mom? I had 2 little kids at home. Now I have 3. Could I do network marketing whenever I didn't want to do parties and I had no local friends and family? I had moved 1,000 miles away from everybody that I knew. Could I do this? And so part of that process is, you know, confronting your beliefs. So like my belief was, you know, I am such an introvert. I could never be successful. But if you rewrite that story and you say, I am an introvert, but I know how to connect with people on a deeper level, and I value the relationships that I do have so that I can make an impact on so many lives just because I'm a better listener, just because I'm going to be listening to people. And so you can rewrite the story that you're telling yourself so that it's actually positive. I feel like I bother people, you know, and how many of us have felt that way before? Like, you might be following up and everything, and you're just like, oh gosh, am I bothering people? You know, and I certainly don't want to bother people. And so the way that you rewrite that story is that instead of you say, you know, I feel like I'm bothering people, you say, I have so much value to give people. They are messaging me. They are hopping on my lives. They are commenting on my posts for more information because I show up and I give so much value that people are chasing me down. So do you see how powerful your mind is what's holding you back? Because you're not doing action, because you're talking yourself out of doing action, because you're believing things that aren't even true. Because, you know, most of the time, I would say, somebody comments on a picture or watches a video and makes a comment, and then they're like, send me more information, Angela. And so then I send information, I ask a question at the end, and then they are interested. They're just busy. And so that takes me following up with them. That takes me, you know, saying, hey, I'm putting in an order right now. Do you want me to get yours in? They're interested. They just need help getting the order in. So you're not bothering them because they do want to get results. And I'm going to tell you guys, that's one of the reasons why what we are doing is so powerful, is that people want results. That's what they want. They want to have more energy. They want to feel better. They want to get results and, you know, look amazing on their vacation so that they have confidence and they're not hiding in the pictures. But to actually like do something usually takes a little bit of following up, because people, it's, you know, like that you talk about like, oh, I need to eat healthier. Oh, I need to go to the gym. But what's actually going to make you make that change is whenever you know, have somebody who's reminding you, hey, weren't you interested in, you know, getting or losing 10 pounds for your vacation. I might not say it like that, but reminding you that is what you want. Are you ready to do that? And so you're not bothering people. You are helping them make a change that they wanted to make. And so change your story. And so part of what I want you to do today, especially if you commented on that post already, think about what are your limiting thoughts, what is holding you back, and how can you rewrite that story? And I want you to, Adam calls it this negativity filter. If you have any sort of negative thoughts that come into your brain, come into your mind, you have to filter that thought, and you're going to rewrite it, and then that's what you're going to speak. And you have to tell yourself multiple times a day, because it's not going to come the first time. So let me grab another one. Okay, so Tiffany says truth be told, she's holding herself back because she feels overwhelmed. And how many of us have ever felt overwhelmed? Like, there's, kids are going on, school's about to start back, and like you want to make an impact, you want to follow up, you want to do all this kinds of stuff, but you're just like, where do I start? And then you end up not doing anything because you feel overwhelmed. And so I'm going to do a little visual in just a second, but the number one thing I would say is baby steps. Say, I can't do everything, but I can do this. I can't do everything, but I can make one really good post a day, and that's what I'm going to do. I can't do everything, but I can make one live video this week and show up and be awesome and amaze everybody. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something every single day, because consistency is what matters. Honestly, consistency, I always say this, it's not sexy, but it works. And so whenever we feel overwhelmed, or at least this is me, if I feel overwhelmed, then I don't do anything, because I'm just like, there's so much stuff going on, and I don't do anything. But if I can change my thought process and say, I can do this, then that gives me confidence because I actually did something. And there's this inertia thing, because once you do one thing and you can do another thing, and then you can do another thing, and then you realize, oh my gosh, I did everything on my 6 list. And if you don't know what a 6 list is, it's like, the most important things you need to do that day. And so before you go to bed at night, you can write down, I need to follow up with this person. I need to make a live video or a post about this. I need to use my products. I need to do X. And so a 6 list is a way to prioritize what needs to get done every single day. And so that way, for me, I'm a list person. And so I like to see things and like I could check them off as I do it. And that can help with that overwhelming, feeling. And that's another thing that you could say is like, I can't do everything, but I can do the 6 things on my list. I can do something every single day. So change your story. A fear of like putting yourself out there. And I would say that probably comes from like, you don't want to be, because I can relate to this, you don't want to be vulnerable and then have people use that against you, like to talk bad about you or to make fun of you or, to put you down because you opened up and you were vulnerable and then they didn't respect that. And so then you're hurt, because you opened up and then you got squashed. But if you can change that, and you say, I am an authentic, I'm just going to say an authentic influencer. I'm an authentic business owner. And so I am going to inspire others who felt just like me by being open and honest and show that I'm a real person. I don't have to be perfect. I didn't curl my hair today. This is natural curls for me, day old hair. This is, dry shampoo day. I can be authentic. I can be who I really am. I don't have to show up and be perfect, because being perfect is overrated and people are so over that. They want to see the real you, and that is what people want. And so change your script by saying, I have a fear of being vulnerable. That is, I am vulnerable because I'm authentic, and I want to inspire people who want to hear that they can have hope. They can do this too. They can make a change even though they're struggling. Okay, so change your story. It gives you power, it gives you confidence, and you are going to show up. So like I said, especially for me, when I first got started, I'm an introvert. I don't like talking to people. This has been a 5-year journey for me, so you might be saying like, oh gosh, Angela, I hear this a lot and it's so surprising, but they're like, oh gosh, I would have never thought you were an introvert because they see me on video. But that's not who I am in real life. I feel like like meeting a new person. Like I feel like I'm in my element because I have value to share and I feel confident in that. But like if I meet a new person, I'm such an introvert, and so that was something that, especially 5 years ago when I first got started, I just knew, I couldn't even talk in whenever I was in school. I didn't want to talk, I didn't want to answer the questions even though I knew the answer, and it was a lot of that confidence because I was picked on as a kid, and I just didn't want to be vulnerable. Back to what Darla said, I didn't want to speak up because I had gotten picked on before and I just didn't want to get hurt. So I was protecting myself, and I withdrew from meeting people because I didn't want to be hurt by people. And so I'm going to change that story. I'm going to change that fear and make it, like I said, I can change it about being an introvert, but I can also change it about being vulnerable and having confidence and opening up by saying, that my story matters. And if I don't share my story, then I'm not helping the people that I should be helping. Like, I am here to make a difference. I'm here to make an impact. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to share my story. And so I'm going to share that as an introvert, I have a message that should be shared, and you have a message that should be shared. And so I'm going to inspire people to share their message, and I'm going to do that by sharing my message. And it takes baby steps. It's just like, my girls are, well, at least my oldest girl is scared of riding roller coasters. And so, whenever we go to a theme park or something like that, she's terrified of riding roller coasters. Now, I kind of relate because I'm kind of scared of roller coasters too. But we rode a little roller coaster together. She cried, she screamed the whole time. It was horrible. But what I wanted to tell her was I was so proud of her for getting on the ride, and I told her that part of moving past your fears is facing your fears and facing them in small amounts, not jumping off a cliff, skydiving, but facing your fear in small amounts is how you kind of develop a little bit of a thicker skin and you can overcome your fear. So if you're scared of going live, then I would say just start by making videos and not go live and just record them, pre-record them. Or, the first videos that I made, I didn't even show my face, like, especially if you're talking about like how you make keto coffee or something like that. You show your cup and you don't even show your face. And so baby steps help you move towards your fear so that you realize, wow, that wasn't even that scary. Like, I can totally do this again. And then you do it again and you do it again. And the consistency helps. But I feel like a lot of what struggles we have, it starts with our mindset. And so I want you guys to take the daily affirmation challenge and to start changing your thoughts when you wake up. Like, and you can put it on your mirror and you can see it around, but change your thoughts, you change your life. So I want to hear what your new story that you're gonna write is. You can put it in the comments, and then I will also upload that daily affirmation that you can save. You can print it out and you can read it every single morning and change your thoughts every single day.
Thanks for listening to The Family Hustle with Angela and Adam Parker. We appreciate you guys being here.
If you're listening, don't forget to take a screenshot and share it into your stories and tag us at Grassfed Mama.
Also, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review on your podcast player of choice. That helps other people find out about what we're doing, and it's the best thing you can do to help us grow the podcast.